Good morning. This meeting of the Blair County Board of Commissioners will come to order. We'll begin with a moment of silent reflection, after which we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Chief Clerk Heminger is not with us this morning, and so Assistant County Administrator Allison Sankovich is with us here at the table. And Allison, do we have anyone joining us?
Recording has started.
We actually do have someone joining us via phone. If you could please announce yourself for the record.
Helen Schmidt.
Thanks, Helen. Sir, that is roll.
Okay, thank you very much. Under item 5 on the agenda, you'll see the schedule of upcoming meetings. Commissioners did receive the draft minutes for the July 18th and 20th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Commissioner Webster, I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, they are approved. We'll move on at this time and open the meeting to any public comment. Hearing none. Commissioner comments. Commissioner Webster?
Thank you. I just wanted to report to everybody, you may have heard last week, Glenn Nelson, the director from Fort Roberdeau, had asked for permission to submit a grant application, and this Thursday has the opportunity, was invited down to Harrisburg to present the proposal. So we're hoping that that's a good thing, and we'll keep you posted.
Thank you. I have nothing at this time, so we'll ask Allison to take us through the consent agenda.
Sure. So your first resolution for consideration today is Resolution 346. It is the payment of the following 3 warrant lists as outlined in item A. Ratification of the following 3 warrant lists as outlined in item B. A budget transfer in items C, D, E, respectively. A consent agenda resolution correction to the First National Bank Capital Reserve Fund savings account to be closed from account number 2011 from 2011 to account number the correction of 0211, and requesting to repurpose the existing F&B General Fund payroll account number 8299 as the P-CHIP reserve account. And then its employments, resignations, retirements, and employment status changes in items G, H, I, J, respectively.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Commissioner Webster, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Consent agenda is approved. We'll down to item 10 now on the agenda, beginning with staff reports and special business, and we welcome our Rachel Prosser from ABCD Corporation here to our meeting this morning.
Hello, everybody. How are you? ABC Corp is requesting approval to execute the indemnity agreement and the cooperation agreement for the Railroaders Heritage Memorial Museum Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program. They are awarded $505,776 under that project. This is just normal status here. Just a few things about the project. It will be 4 projects, one of which is to renovate the Railroaders Memorial Museum Auditorium for lecture space and exhibits. The Horseshoe Curve National Historic Landmark, they will be replacing the deteriorating roof and enhance viewing along the curve. The Harry and Rebecca Bennett Learning Center, which is the Roundhouse, they're planning to create some lab space and additionally allow for STEM education programming. And the final project under the RACB will be the K4 locomotive, which has sat idle since 1988. They are looking to renovate that. Does anybody have any questions?
No, it's certainly worthwhile project, and I know the museum has been working hard to raise money privately as well for that, so we appreciate the RCAP.
I have the agreements here if you'd like me to leave them or.
Thank you very much. Item B, from Allegheny's Broadband Inc., we welcome Rachel Papuga, who is the, I don't know your exact title, is Director, Executive Director. Rachel, we'll let you lead us into that. So welcome to our meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I am actually the project manager right now for Allegheny's Broadband. We're here for 3 things on your agenda. The first being requesting approval of project supplement number 2023-1 to grant cooperation agreement by and between County of Blair and Allegheny's Broadband Incorporated for the Crow's Nest Broadband Blair County Wireless Expansion Project in the project grant amount of $311,782 and an administrative fee of $21,824.74 for a project completion date of no later than September 30th, 2023. This project will be to upfit 9 existing towers with fixed wireless equipment to expand broadband service to the unserved and underserved of Blair County. If you like, I'll move on to the next one, unless there's questions.
Our partnership with Crow's Nest in the past has been valuable as our partnership with you. This has been a long time in coming because we were, as most of you know, we try to be very careful in terms of protecting the county as we have agreements on, particularly in these grant funds, that there are clawbacks on. And so we have worked careful, and we appreciate working with solicitors from ABI as well as our solicitor and our ARPA solicitor, because these funds would come in from, as we talked about this, the project will come from our ARPA, American Rescue Plan Act funds. Questions on this? These are, again, and these underserved areas spread really geographically across the county, so including some in more urbanized areas, one in the El Dorado area as an example. But I think it covers things well, and again, was from our studies that realizing these are the heavily underserved areas.
Yes, I was happy to see the towers that are being, that are part of the plan. I think that will make folks a whole lot happier to be able to use the internet.
We'll move that one to Thursday's meeting, and Rachel, I'll let you take your second item.
Okay. So next we are requesting approval for a letter of support for Allegheny's Broadband and Crow's Nest Broadband to submit a joint application to the Pennsylvania Broadband Development Authority in response to the capital projects funding opportunity. And I'll share a couple of details if you like on that project. That will be a fiber project, middle mile and last mile fiber project to extend from just south of the Williamsburg area and then kind of following down through a couple of those townships and then over to Juniata Township, which is a severely underserved and unserved township of Blair County. We're looking at serving about 500 homes with fiber, and then that fiber will also reach to a couple of towers in the area and to support their fixed wireless capabilities to then expand fixed wireless as well through the region to support a further geographic area with fixed wireless as well.
Yeah, that's great. Again, you touched on probably the 2 most underserved areas. We hear the Williamsburg area and the township surrounding, as well as parts of Juniata Township, and again, very sparsely populated. Take that on to Thursday as well.
Okay. And then my last item here, we're also requesting an approval for a letter of support for Comcast Cable Communications to submit an application to the State Broadband Authority, also in response to the Capital Projects Fund opportunity. This one, they're doing network expansions through a couple of areas of the county, up near Tyrone and also in the Williamsburg area. Not the exact same one as before, it's different. And there's one up in the, I'm picturing it in my mind, that's why I'm doing this. It's up in the northwest corner. It border, it goes across both Cambria and Blair County, that project expansion as well.
Questions for Rachel? Rachel, we move all three of those into our business meeting on session on Thursday. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Item C, Children, Youth, and Families. Mindy Hosler. Mindy, I think we missed you last.
Yeah, I'm back. We just have one thing today, requesting approval of fiscal year 23-24 agreement for payment of legal services between the County of Blair, Blair County Children, Youth, and Families, and Mary Ann Probst, Esquire, employee of 4 Stoke and Huff, Kormansky, and Nagel, at $85 per hour for the period of July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024.
Standard, any questions for Mindy?
Yep, good to go. Thank you.
We'll move that to Thursday. Thank you, Mindy. Court Administration, we're joined by Nicole Smith, our District Court Administrator. Morning, Nicole.
Good morning. 2 requests today. The first one requesting approval of a proposal received from Empire to install a new camera system for live surveillance of courtroom 4 in the total amount of $5,575, which is to be fully reimbursed by the AOPC security grants.
Questions?
No, but it's just wonderful when the AOPC reimburses us, that's all. Thank you for looking for these grants.
If they would just do it for court costs, the big things, we would be even happier. But that's another story for another day. No, that'll be great. We'll take that to Thursday.
Thank you. Second item, requesting approval for the acceptance of the reimbursement of funds through the AOPC in the amount of $13,093.46 for the MDJ Polycom Security Project in the total amount of $13,829.46, which was approved via Resolution 331 of 2023. Thank you very much.
Nicole. Thank you. Hard to believe that election time's almost around the corner, but take your best. And our elections director, Sarah Seymour.
Hello. Requesting approval for the submission of the Election Integrity Grant Program post-election report for the 2023 municipal primary for the County of Blair to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, Governor's Center for Local Governmental Services, and the total expended amount of $231,958.34.
And Sarah, does this exhaust then our funds from the election integrity grant?
Correct, yes,
So we have used every, I mean, it was certainly.
every penny.
Certainly well put, used, and blessing to our general funds.
Yes.
But we'll put that then on Thursday, and that'll be in plenty of time for your submission.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Human Resources Benefits Specialist Brian Walters.
Good morning.
I am requesting signature on a July 13th, 23 Trustmark Health Benefits Memorandum. They want us to acknowledge receipt and acceptance of the memo, and it's regarding expiration of medical plan provisions that were put in force during the period of national emergency during the COVID-19 pandemic, which it's hard to believe when those were put in place in March of 2020, they had an anticipated expiration date of 1 year. And here we are over 3 years later. But the provisions were related to a ban on cost sharing for evaluation and testing for COVID-19, as well as federal extension of timeframes related to special enrollee elections, COBRA coverage, filing claims, etc. With the end of the national health emergency now, we are obviously letting those added provisions expire and reverting back to our regular plan.
And this will have actually the date is the 13th that it was effective.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
okay, that Thursday as well. Thank you, Brian. Move on to item G, County Road 101, Paul Schaefer from Hawaii.
Good morning. This is for Bridge 69, which is out on County Road 101, Everett Road, East Freedom Township, requesting approval for the submission of a Chapter 105 water obstruction and encroachment general permit registration application, General Permit 11, to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection Bureau of Waterways, Engineering, and Wetlands to place riprap along the bridge itself and the minor approach roadway on County Road 101, Everett Road, located in East Freedom Township.
Questions for Paul?
Thank you.
And item H from the Commissioner's Office, Allison.
Hello. So my first item is to request approval for the acceptance of bids received for review, award, or rejection according to the county code thereafter for the 2023 sale of county-owned assets. And I just wanted to thank purchasing and finance for their help with this. And it's a team effort, as I have never organized a one of these before. I don't think we had one since I think it was 2017. So this one was successful. We got some good bids, and I'm just here today for you guys to accept them so we can then award them.
We're gonna put off that acceptance till Thursday's meeting.
It's totally fine.
Reasons. I don't think there's any time to see on this. But one of these things that I think this helps. This is kind of like spring cleaning in terms of the things that I guess the analogy that Nicole Heminger had used, it was like having a yard sale in your family. This was the county family's yard sale of things that we had that were useful. And can't quite be sold at a yard sale, have to be done by a completely different system. But it does help us just clear some space and some other things, which is good. What do you call the man when he says
It did, but I think we have a conflict just due to lack of
If we, I'm the con,
we can three of the items.
the
we can't
motion,
accept today.
can I abstain, and then since Laura's not here, vote anyway? We've done that.
unforeseen.
Read them is just kind of an awkward situation.
Well, you never know who we're gonna be.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So would you be okay with us taking this to Thursday then and just, okay. Okay. Guess we'll just do it then.
Take that to Thursday and then have you, the second item, the letter of support.
Sure. So my second item is requesting approval of a letter of support for the submission of an application to the PennDOT Transportation Alternative Set-Aside Program by Rails to Trails of Central PA, Inc., the Lower Trail Improvement Project.
Again, Rails Trails does a wonderful job of volunteers, not only on the Lower Trail and some of the improvements. So those of you who use it regularly, even sporadically, are aware of some of the things that have been deferred that are needed. And hopefully, we support this application with PennDOT. There will be some funds that will help them in their efforts to improve that section of the trail that they are targeting for specifically here. Questions? All right, we have no old business today, so we're going to adjourn at this time and thank everyone for their participation in this morning's meeting.